Good evening, Boot Hill broadcast listeners. I am Elissa Schatz joining you here on the broadcast tonight. We are going to see the Lady Camels take on the Lady Bearcats from Dexter tonight here in just a little bit. We've got about 10 minutes until game time, so we'll see you then. Good evening, Boot Hill broadcast listeners. Elissa Schatz here, about to bring you the coverage of the Lady Camels versus the Lady Bearcats here at the Campbell High School Gymnasium. About 30 minutes from kickoff, and we are about to play the national anthem, so we will be right back. And we are back. Here we are about to kick off with the starting lineups for the Dexter Lady Bearcats, the visiting team on the scoreboard. Starting with number 1, Adeline Gill. Number 5, Minley. Number 10, Ackman. Number 11, Warren. And number 20, Goodman. It's going to be the starting 5 for the Dexter Lady Bearcats. Now for the starting lineup for the home team, Lady Camels. We're going to start off with number 5, Durham. Number 10, Bledsoe. Number 11, Caitlin Weinebender. Number 25, Townsend. And number 30, Serrano. It's going to be the starting lineups for the Lady Camels, the home team on the scoreboard. We are about to kick off this matchup between the Class 4 Lady Bearcats and the Class 2 Lady Camels here at Campbell tonight. The Lady Cats are 2-16, and the Lady Camels, after their loss last night, are 9-11. I'm sorry, after their loss last week and their win last night is 9-11. I had those backwards. We are rolling into just the last couple of weeks of regular season play here, getting into the district tournament, not next week, but the week after, the Camels being the host at Campbell and the Campbell boys going to Holcomb. I believe that we're waiting on an official here, so we're going to take just a short break and we'll be back as soon as we know. Good evening, Boot Hill broadcast listeners. It's Elissa jumping back on here. We're still waiting on an official here at Campbell. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. But we are going to take this time to thank some of our sponsors that we have for this year who make our broadcasting possible to be able to travel with these local athletes and broadcast all that they are doing. We are going to thank York's One Stop, Scott's Family Pharmacy, City of Campbell, Campbell Volunteer Fire Department, Uptown Skate, Soapy Shack and Storage, Express Signs, Express Food Shop, FM Bank in Malden, DC Transit, Rick's Hair World, Beckett Tree Service, Doctors John and Lisa Garner, Danny Glass, Patrick McCaney, Law Office of Terry McVeigh and the Law Office of Darren Todd, Phil and Judy Santee, Hobbs Warehouse, and Riggs Building. We would like to thank you for your continued support of our organization and being able to help us travel with these athletes and be able to just broadcast the events and give everybody a show here on our channel. We're going to take another short break and hopefully we'll be back soon here on Boot Hill Broadcasting. We are back, Boot Hill broadcast listeners. We do not have a second official, but I think that we're about to just get rolling at Campbell here with one official tonight. We got Danny Manning with us, who is, I believe, going to tough it out as the only one. So just to kind of review, if you're jumping back on, the starting lineup for the home team Lady Camels, we've got Durham, Bledsoe, Weidenbender, Townsend, and Serrano. And then flipping over to the Dexter starting lineup for the Lady Bearcats, we got Minley, Gill, Goodman, Ackman, and Warren. That's going to be the first 10 that step on the floor tonight for the teams. Little bit of a recap. Dexter is Class 4 in the district tournament here in just a couple of weeks. Campbell is Class 2 and sitting at 9 and 11 respectively for their season, and Dexter 2 and 16. The Lady Bearcats are coached by Sean, I apologize if this is incorrect, but Guthrie. And then the Lady Camels are coached by Laura Foster. About to kick it off here. Giving a round of applause for our official here, who is going to make his way onto the floor to help Mr. Manning tonight. Apologizing for his absence here for just a second, but we are going to get started. We've got Minley and Durham meeting in the middle for the jump ball. Minley's going to get it, and Dexter's going to go. Looking for a quick scoring opportunity, and they're going to get it. That's Minley for 2. Campbell inbounding the ball. Dexter playing a full court press. And the ball's going to get inbounded to Gabby Townsend. She's going to come away with it, and there's going to be a travel called. Dexter coming out here in the first, coming strong and aggressive towards Campbell. Ackman with the ball, moving it onto the inside to Minley. And there's a player that's going to get down, and it's going to end up being touched off of her. But there's going to be a foul called first. Gabby Townsend's going to pick up her first foul for Campbell. It's going to be out of bounds underneath Dexter's basket. Goodman inbounding the ball for Dexter. She's going to find Minley. Minley for two. It's going to be no good, and Gabby Townsend's going to go after it, and she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to belong to Gill. It's going to be her first, Dexter's first. Campbell inbounding on the sideline. Durham bringing the ball down the floor. She's going to find Serrano, who finds Bledsoe, and it goes through her legs, but it's not going to find Gabby Townsend. And here is Ackman coming away with it. She's going to go coast to coast. That is Ackman for two. Ball inbounded to Durham, and it finds Bledsoe, who finds Weidenbender. Weidenbender, who finds Townsend, and it's going to be Gabby Townsend for two for Campbell. First 2 points on the board for them. Ackman bringing the ball down the floor for Dexter. Ackman going to find Goodman. Goodman looking at Minley. She's going to instead find Warren. Back out to Goodman. Over to Ackman. Ackman, who's going to look, and they look at the three. They're going to swing it around the basket. Finds Minley on the inside, who is going to go up for two. It's going to be Minley for two. Ball is inbounded to Gabby Townsend. She's going to go. She's going to cross the court, and the ball is going to be tipped out, staying underneath Campbell's basket. Lindy Bledsoe inbounding the ball for Campbell. Ball's inbounded to Caitlin Weinenbender, who finds Durham. Back out to Weinenbender over her head, but she's going to pick it up, and she's going to get fouled by Gill. It's going to be her second, Dexter's second. Sub coming in for Gill. For the first time, we are going to see Guth. Finds Caitlin Weinenbender in the corner for three. It's going to be no good, but Gabby Townsend with the rebound, who goes back up for two. It's also no good. The rebound goes to Dexter. Ackman bringing the ball down the floor. Ackman finding Goodman, who's going to swing and find Minley on the three. Back over to Goodman. Goodman's going to drive, and she's going to shoot it back out to Warren. Warren finds Ackman. Ackman finds Guthrie on the inside. Back out to Ackman for the three. It's going to be no good, but Minley with the rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to belong to Gabby Townsend. It's going to be her second. It's going to send Minley to the line for two. Also, if there are any Dexter fans listening into this broadcast and you would like to jump on here or the Facebook and let me know how to pronounce that last name so I will quit pronouncing it incorrectly, I would appreciate that very much. First is going to be no good for Minley. Second's also going to be no good, but the rebound's going to come away to Dexter, and there's going to be another foul. That foul is going to belong to Monica Serrano. Dexter's ball being inbounded underneath their goal. Correa and a new player for Dexter, Payne, checking in. It's going to be Goodman for three. It's going to be no good, and Gabby Townsend comes away with the rebound. They're meeting her before the half. Dexter falling back. Caitlin Weidenbender just below the three. It's going to be no good. Gabby Townsend with the rebound. Back out to Caitlin Weidenbender, and it's going to get away from her. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. The Bearcats lead the Camels 6-2. Goodman moving the ball around to Ackman. Ackman finding Minley. Minley driving, and she's going to hit Goodman, who hits Ackman. Ackman driving the lane. She's going to find Goodman at the three. The shot's going to be no good, and the rebound's going to come away to Gabby Townsend. Caitlin Weinenbender at the three for Campbell. It's going to be no good, and Durham and Goodman are going to come away It's going to stay with White. Goodman being on the line, going after it. Abby Correa goes up for 2. It's going to be no good. She gets her own rebound, goes back up, and she's going to be fouled. That foul is going to belong to number 30, Abby Correa's first 2 points of the ball game, and she has the possibility of making it a 3-point play here. Minley bringing the ball down the floor for Dexter. We also had Walton check in for Dexter. She's currently in possession of the ball. She's going to find Goodman. Goodman driving. She's going to hit Walton again. Finding Goodman. Goodman's going to shoot the 3. It's going to be no good, but Minley gets the rebound, and she's going to go up, and there's going to be a foul called. Foul's going to belong to Abby Correa. Minley to the line for 2 more. She's going to make the first. She's going to miss the second, and Durham's going to kick the rebound off of her leg, and it is going to find Walton, who's going to find Goodman, and Goodman's going to drive the lane, but she's going to find number 30, and it's going to end up in Abby Correa's hands on a bad shot. Gabby Townsend just below the 3. Shot's going to be no good. Ball's going to come away to Guthrie. I really need to learn how to pronounce that name, and I do greatly apologize. Walton moving the ball. Finds Goodman. Looks like we got Ackman, who's going to check back in for Dexter, and there's going to be a timeout called for Dexter. So we are going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. All right, coming back out from the timeout, and I have some good news. Anybody who's been listening to me absolutely butcher this name. The last name is Geithley. Or say it again. Geithley. Okay, so I have the pronunciation of Geithley now. Coming back out, Minley's going to inbound, and it looks like we're getting it to Ackman on Dexter's possession. Going to find Ackman out at the 3. It's going to be no good, but Minley's going to get the rebound and go back up for 2. Shots also no good, and the ball is going to be swatted around. Minley tries to go back up, and there's going to be a shot for Minley. Minley, the lead scorer in the game right now. Bledsoe with the ball for Campbell. She's going to find Durham, who finds Townsend, pulling the ball out to let him set up a play. Dexter staying back into a low zone. Going to find Weinebender, who's going to attempt to find Townsend, and it's going to be bounced to Dexter. Going to cross court and find Ackman. Ackman's going to find Minley. Walton inbounding it to Payne. Back out to Walton, who's going to shoot it for 3. It's going to be Payne for 3. There's going to be a timeout called for Campbell. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first quarter. 12 Dexter, 4 Campbell. We're going to take a short break with them. All right, we're back. Campbell's possession on their end of the court. Dexter taking a little bit of a lead here in the first. Townsend bringing the ball around for Campbell. He's going to look to find Weinebender, who's going to look for Correa. Correa, who's going to bring it back out. She's going to find Durham. It's going to be tied up right here by the Dexter bench. It's going to stay with Campbell. Townsend finds Durham, who finds Weinebender. Weinebender, who is going to find Townsend on a quick tap by Dexter. There's going to be a foul called on number 25. It's Payne, her first. Campbell inbounding the ball. Correa up for the shot, and it's going to be no good, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds on the rebound. It's going to go to Dexter. Ackman bringing the ball down the floor for Dexter. Ackman looking for the drive, who finds Minley. Minley is going to take the three. It's going to be no good, and Townsend's going to end up with the rebound. Going to find Weinebender. Weinebender who's going to find Correa, and Correa's going to go up for two. It's going to be no good, and Minley's going to end up with the rebound. Going to find Ackman at the three. Ackman going to bring it across the floor. Going to find Walton. Walton who's going to find Geithley, who's going to find Ackman at the three, and she was going to go in, and she walked before she put it to the floor. Couple subs checking in for Campbell and for Dexter. Bledsoe with the ball. She's going to swing it to Tate, who's going to find Durham. Durham looking for the drive, and she's going to find Serrano. There's going to be a charge called on Serrano. Ackman bringing the ball down the floor for Dexter. She's going to drive the middle, and she's going to find Walton, who's going to drive the right side. Going to find Geithley in the middle, who's going to find Ackman. Ackman back to Walton. Walton looking to drive that side, but they're not going to let him have it. Back out to Ackman, who's going to drive the middle. He's going to find Walton. Walton finding Ackman again. Cross court, and she's going to shoot the three. It's going to be Ackman for three. That's how we're going to end the first. There's going to be 15 Dexter, 4 Campbell. Dexter exploding here in the last couple of minutes. A lot of excitement going on here in the gym. Not a bad start to a ball game, not a game that Campbell can't recover from, and not a game that Dexter can't take off from. So we're going to take just a short break, and we'll be right back. Come back out for the start of the second quarter here at Campbell. We have got Dexter, who is leading the Camels 15-4. Minley, who is leading the scoreboards with 7 points, and Ackman chipping in 5, Walton 3. It's going to bring them to their score of 15. Correa and Townsend both chipping in 2 apiece for Campbell. Bledsoe bringing the ball down the floor. Going to find Tate, who's going to find Townsend. Bledsoe, who's looking. She's going to swing it around to Durham. Durham, who's looking for Bledsoe. Bledsoe looking for Tate. Tate, who's going to shoot the 3. It's going to be no good, but Serrano's going to end up with the rebound and go back up for 2. That's Monica Serrano. 2 more on the board for Campbell. Ackman bringing the ball down the floor for Dexter. She's going to find Minley. Going to find Geethley, who is going to find a wide open Walton underneath the basket. A beautiful play executed by Dexter. Townsend bringing the ball down the floor for Campbell. Townsend looks at the 3. Tate is going to take the 3. It's going to be no good, and the ball is going to end up in Walton's hands. Walton, who's going to find Ackman. Ackman, who's going to cut the lane really well, and she's going to find Minley out at the 3. It's going to be a lane violation called, and it's going to be Campbell's possession. Dexter pulling up into a full court defense, and Campbell's going to get it across the floor. Gabby Townsend, who's going to take the 3. It's going to be no good, but Bledsoe's going to fight for the rebound, and it's going to come away to Dexter, but there's going to be a foul called first. Foul's going to belong to Monica Serrano. It's going to be her 3rd. Cooper and Williams checking in for Tate and Serrano. Ackman finding Minley. Minley, who's going to peel to the basket. A beautiful play by Dexter. Minley executing that well. Gabby Townsend getting out of that trap over here by the Dexter bench. She's going to find Durham. Durham's going to find Bledsoe for 3. Shot's going to be no good, and the rebound's going to go to Minley. Ackman finding Minley. Minley looking for Walton underneath the basket, and she's going to go up for 2. Shot's going to be no good. It's going to be off of Campbell. It's going to stay with Dexter. No, it is off of Dexter. It's going to be with Campbell. Goodman checking back in for Walton. Dexter still pulling up in their full court press. Tips out of bounds off of Dexter. It's going to stay with Campbell going towards their basket, but the press is aggressive. Bledsoe's going to find it, and she's going to get around the press. She's going to find Cooper, who's going to find Durham. Durham's going to find Williams. Williams back to Durham. Durham's going to find Bledsoe, who's going to swing it back up to the top of the key. Weidenbender for 3. It's going to be Caitlin Weidenbender, Campbell's senior. Her first points on the board of the game. Minley looking to drive. She's going to hit Goodman in the corner for 3. It's going to be no good, and Williams is going to come away with the rebound for Campbell over to Bledsoe, who's going to drive. She's going to bring it down the court for Campbell, who's going to find Weidenbender. Weidenbender finds Durham out to Williams. Williams for 3. It's going to be no good, and Dexter's going to come away with the rebound. That's Gill. Gill's going to find Goodman. Goodman's going to find Warren, and Warren's going to find Minley, and Minley's going to be fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. Foul belonged to Durham. Her first. First is going to be good for Minley. Second's also going to be good for Minley, making her 3 for 6 from the line tonight. Sub checking in for Dexter. It's going to be number 15, Rachel Robinson. Ball is inbounded, and here comes Lainey Bledsoe. She's going to be fouled. Foul is going to belong to number 20, Goodman. That's going to be her first. It's going to be Durham going up for the shot for Campbell. It's going to be no good, but she is going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Foul belonged to number 1. It's Gill. It's going to be her third. First for Durham is going to be no good. It's going to be in and out. Amelia Robinson checking in for Gill now. Second's going to be good for Durham. It's going to be her first point of the ball game. It's going to bring our score to 21 Dexter, 10 Campbell, with right at 4 minutes left on the clock for the first half. Ball's finding Ackman. Ackman, who's going to find Robinson. Robinson, who is looking at Goodman. Goodman looks to drive and finds the other Robinson, who's going to find Robinson back to Ackman for the short corner, and she's going to get it. That's going to be Ackman for 2. Dexter falling back into a half-court defense. They're going to find Cooper in the middle, and she's going to tie it up with Goodman. Townsend checking back in for Campbell. Finding Durham in the middle, who's going to find Bledsoe, who's trying to get out of it. Weidemanner, who looks at the 3, back out to Durham. Durham, who finds Townsend. Townsend, who's going to find Weidenbender, but it's intercepted by Goodman. Goodman's going to find Ackman. Ackman's going to be back out to Robinson. Robinson, who's going to let Goodman drive, and it's going to be no good. And Bledsoe's going to come away with the rebound. Townsend with the ball for Campbell. She's going to look to drive, and it's going to be off of the tip. Shot's going to be no good, and Goodman's going to come away with the rebound. She's going to pull it back out to Robinson. Going to find Warren underneath for the shot. It's going to be no good. Williams with the rebound for Campbell. Going to find Durham. Durham, who's going to drive into that corner. Back up to Townsend at the top. Townsend's going to find Weidenbender, and she's going to shoot a 3. It's going to be no good, and the rebound's going to end up in Robinson's hands. Out to Goodman. Goodman, who's going to find Ackman at the 3. Going to find Robinson at the top of the key for 3. It's going to be no good, and Williams with the rebound. Out to Townsend. Townsend with the move. It's going to be no good, and ball's going to come away to Dexter. Ackman meeting Williams. It's going to be no good, but here comes Warren with the rebound. Shot's going to be no good, and Williams with the rebound, but it's going to be taken by Warren. It's going to be tipped by Lainey Bledsoe. And they're going to tie it up on the floor, Warren and Bledsoe. It's going to stay with Dexter. Couple of subs checking in. Minute and a half left on the clock. 23 Dexter, 10 Campbell. Ball's inbounded to Ackman, who's going to look for Minley. There's going to be a foul called on Monica Serrano. It's going to be her fourth. Correa checking back in for Campbell. Ball's going to be inbounded to Minley for two. It's going to be no good. Goodman's going to find Ackman, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Laney Bledsoe. Essner checking in for Dexter. It's going to be Ackman taking three. It's going to be no good. The rebound's going to go to Abby Correa, who's going to find Gabby Townsend to bring it down the floor. Townsend's going to find Bledsoe. Bledsoe looks at the three, and she's going to swing it to Durham. Townsend, who's going to take the three. It's going to be no good, but the ball is going to come away to Robinson. Bledsoe trying to tie it up, but she's going to find Ackman before that happens. Ackman finding Essner. Shot's going to be no good. Number 5, Minley. Here she comes for two. Ball is going to be thrown to Ackman. It's going to find Essner. And it's going to be tipped. It's going to end up in Gabby Townsend's hands. Going up, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be Gabby Townsend going to the line for two for Campbell. That foul belonged to number 25, Payne. It's her second. First is going to be no good for Townsend. Second's going to be good for Townsend. 15 seconds left on the clock. It's going to find Essner for three. It's going to be Essner for three. And that's how we're going to end the first half. 28 Dexter Lady Bearcats and 11 Campbell Lady Camels. We're going to take a short break for halftime, and we'll be back. All right, Blue Hill broadcast listeners, this is the Alyssa Schatz jumping on for the second half of the matchup between the Campbell Lady Camels and the Dexter Lady Bearcats. At the half, the Dexter Lady Bearcats were leading the Camels 28-11. We're about to kick off the third quarter with Campbell's possession. Durham inbounding the ball for Campbell into Bledsoe, who's going to find Townsend. Townsend looking for Bledsoe. She's going to find Correa, who's going to get two. That's Abby Correa. First 2 points of the second half. Beautiful play executed by Campbell right there. Going to find Minley, who's going to find Goodman for three. Dexter coming back to match the points that were put on the board and add one. Going to get it across the half and find Bledsoe, who is going to be fouled. Foul's going to belong to Warren. Ball's going to be tipped away by Gill. She's going to go after it, but she's not going to get to it in time. Campbell inbounding the ball. Dexter pulling up into a full court press. Gill, a very aggressive part of their defense and their offense, running the top of that. Bledsoe is going to stay with Campbell. Bledsoe trying to find Townsend, and it was knocked out of bounds by Ackman. Staying with Campbell. It's going to be Gabby Townsend taking the three. It's going to be no good, and the ball's going to end up in Gill's hands, but Townsend's going to tip it away. Townsend going up for two. It's going to be good for Gabby Townsend. Ball's going to be with Minley. Minley's going to find Ackman. Ackman's going to drive that gap. She's going to be fouled. She's going to go to the line for two. Foul is going to belong to Abby Correa. It's going to be her second. This will be the first time we're seeing Ackman on the line tonight. She's going to make the first. She's going to miss the second, and the rebound is going to go to Lainey Bledsoe, who's going to look forward and find Gabby Townsend. She's going to shoot the short corner, and she's going to make it. That's Gabby Townsend for two. Bringing the defense up on Dexter just above the half. Minley's going to drive the gap. Shot's going to be no good, and the rebound goes to Correa, who's going to find Durham to bring the ball down the floor. She's going to be met by Gill. She's going to find Weidenbender, who's going to find Townsend. Finding Durham. Durham finding Bledsoe, who's going to find Townsend for that short shot, and she is going to get fouled. It's going to be Warren's second. Going to send Townsend to the line for two. She's going to make the first. Geefley checking back in for Dexter. Townsend's going to make the second. It's going to make her 3 for 4 from the line, and there's going to be a timeout called. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. 32 Dexter, 19 Campbell. Just a 13-point deficit, not anything that they can't come back from, not anything that Dexter can't extend either. We're going to take a short break with them. We'll be right back. All right, coming back out, it is going to be Dexter's possession. Campbell pulling their defense up right at the half, running a 2-2-1. Going to be Goodman to Ackman. Ackman's going to find Minley. Bledsoe going after it. Who's going to find Goodman? Goodman going to drive that gap in the middle. They're going to find Gill, short corner, and that's going to be good. It's going to be Gill's first 2 points of the ballgame. Going to find Townsend. Townsend's going to drive the gap. It's going to be no good. Ball's going to end up in Gill's hands. There's going to be a foul called. It's going to belong to Abby Correa. It's going to be her third. Going to find Goodman, back to Ackman. Ackman's going to find Gill for the three. Shot's going to be no good, but it's going to end up in Geethley's hands. Back out to Goodman, finding Minley. Minley finding Goodman again, who's going to find Geethley underneath the basket. Gill's going to drive that gap. She's going to go up for two. It's going to be no good, and Weidebener with the rebound out to Townsend. Townsend going up for two. That's good for Gabby Townsend. Going to find Geethley, who's going to find Gill for the wide open two, and she's going to be fouled coming back. That foul's going to belong to Lainey Bledsoe. It's going to be her first of the night. Gill's going to make the first. Tate checking in for Bledsoe. Second's also going to be good for Gill. Ball's inbounded, and Townsend's bringing it down the floor. She's going to find Durham. Durham's going to find Weidebener in the corner for three. It's going to be no good and end up in Gill's hands on the rebound. Gill also going to bring it down the floor, and she's going to find Goodman, who's going to find Ackman on the other side. She's going to drive the gap and going to put it in Minley's hands for two. It's going to be no good, but she's going to get her own rebound and go back up. It's going to be Minley for two. Townsend bringing the ball down the floor for Campbell. Durham looking to move the ball for Campbell. She's going to have the ball stolen by Ackman, who's going to find Minley. Minley, who's going to take it all the way and go up for two, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to send Minley to the line. And that foul's going to belong to number 20, Williams. It's going to be her first. Minley makes the first. Minley misses, but there's going to be a lane violation on Caitlin Weidebener, and she's going to get to shoot a third. She's going to make her redemption shot. It's going to make Minley 5 for 8 from the line tonight. Townsend pulling back and allowing Campbell to set up. It's going to be a turnover by Gabby Townsend. Ackman picking up the ball. She's going to find Walton. There's going to be a timeout called by Dexter. When they do, we do, so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with you. We are back, coming back out from the timeout. We have 3 minutes, 37 seconds left on the clock. 40 Dexter, 21 Campbell. The Bearcats leading by 19. Ackman driving the gap. The ball is going to get to Lainey Bledsoe, who's going to try to get it back to Townsend, or Tate, who's standing on the line. Ackman bringing the ball up. She's going to find Minley, who's going to find Walton. Walton finding Minley again. She's going to drive the gap, and she's going to shoot a short shot. It's going to be no good. Bledsoe's going to get it and back into Weidenbender, who's going to find Townsend on the go. It's going to be Gabby Townsend going up for two. It's going to be no good. Minley's going to get the rebound. Gabby Townsend with the steal. Going back up for two, and she's going to be fouled. Sending Gabby Townsend to the line for two. It's going to belong to number 10. That's going to be Ackman. It's her first. She's going to make the first. She's going to miss the second. Minley's going to end up with the rebound for Dexter. She's going to find Ackman. Who's going to find Geithley? Who's going to find Gill? And Gill's going to go up for two. Shot's going to be no good, but she gets her own rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to belong to Lainey Bledsoe. It's going to be her second. Foul is on the floor. Campbell falling back into his own defense. It was an on-the-floor foul, but Campbell has put 5 fouls on the board, so it's going to send Gill to the line to shoot two. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock for the third quarter. Gill makes the first. Makes the second as well. Gill 100% from the free throw line tonight. A very impressive ball player from Dexter. Townsend bringing the ball up the floor for Campbell. She's going to find Bledsoe, who's going to swing it to Tate. Tate back to Bledsoe. Who's looking for Weidenbender, who thinks about the three, but she's going to find Townsend instead. Going to find Weidenbender again, but Gabby Townsend on the go. She's going to look back out for Tate, who's going to find Weidenbender. She's going to step just below the three. The ball's going to be tipped, but it's going to find Gabby Townsend. Shot's going to be no good and end up in Geithley's hands on the rebound. Walton finding Ackman. Ackman driving the center. Thought about it, she moved it out. Gill's going to drive. She's going to go up for two. It's going to be no good on a wild shot. Gabby Townsend with the rebound. Townsend finds Bledsoe. Bledsoe is going to try to find Tate, but there's going to be a tip by Dexter, and it's going to end up in Bledsoe's hands. Finding Weidenbender, who's going to find Bledsoe, and Bledsoe's going to drive looking for Townsend. She's going to bring it back out. She's going to find Tate, who's going to find Weidenbender. Weidenbender looking for Tate, who's going to take the three. It's going to be good for Presley Tate. It's going to be her first 3 points of the ball game. Minute left on the clock. 42 Dexter, 25 Campbell. Going to find Geithley in the middle. And Gabby Townsend with the steal for Campbell. She's going to get it for two. That's Gabby Townsend. Campbell sophomore. Walton bringing the ball down the floor for Dexter. She's going to be met by Tate. It's going to find Gill and Geithley underneath the basket. There's going to be a foul called. It's going to be on the floor. And it's going to be Williams, but it is going to send Geethley to the line for 2. First time we're seeing Geethley on the line for Dexter tonight. She's going to make the first. Beautiful free throw by Geethley. She's going to miss the second, but Cooper is going to tie up the rebound with Payne, and it's going to stay with Dexter on their end. It's going to be inbounded to Essner. Essner's going to find Ackman, and Ackman, who's going to find Walton at the 3. It's going to be no good, and Cooper with the rebound. She's going to tie it up with Geethley. Bledsoe's going to bring the ball down the floor for Campbell. Going to find Townsend. Townsend's going to find Weidenbender. Weidenbender's going to find Durham. Durham's going to tie it up with Payne. It's going to be Dexter's possession. 12 seconds left on the clock. Townsend and Durham meeting them at the top. Going to find Essner. Essner's going to find Ackman for 3. It's going to be no good, but it's going to end up in Payne's hands, and there's going to be a foul at the clock. It's going to send Payne to the line for 2. That foul belonged to number 22, Cooper. It's her first. I'm sorry, that foul belonged to number 10, Bledsoe, not Cooper. Payne misses the first. She makes the second. And that's how we're going to end the third quarter. It's going to be 44 Dexter, 27 Campbell. Coming back out for the final quarter of this matchup between the Lady Campbells and the Lady Bearcats, we are going to have Campbell's possession going toward their goal. Dexter coming out in defense. Ball's inbounded to Lainey Bledsoe. She's going to find Gabby Townsend. Townsend's going to find Weidenbender on the 3. It's going to be no good, but Townsend's going to end up with the rebound. She's going to find it for 3. Shot's going to be no good and end up tied up on the floor between Payne and Weidenbender. It's going to be Dexter's possession. Got a sub checking in for Campbell. Correa for Cooper. Campbell pulling up into a full court defense. Dexter looking to break it, and they do. They get across. Minley finding Gill. Gill finding Payne. Payne finding Essner, and Essner shooting that short corner. It's going to be no good. Durham comes away with it for Campbell. Bledsoe to Townsend to Bledsoe. Bledsoe back to Townsend. Finds Weidenbender on the 3. It's going to be no good, and the shot's going to end up in Gill's hands. Back to Walton. Walton finding Minley. Lainey Bledsoe with the steal for Campbell. She's going to go up for 2, and that's going to be good for Lainey Bledsoe. Her first 2 points of the ball game. Ball's going to get down to Essner. Weidenbender looking to get a steal on it, and she's not going to get it, and there's going to be a timeout for Dexter. 44 Dexter, 29 Campbell with 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. We're going to take a break with them, and we'll be right back. We are back. It's going to be Dexter's possession underneath their basket. Campbell falling back into a zone. Ball's inbounded to Gill. Gill finds Minley, who's going to drive around the defense and shoot that short shot, and she's going to get it for 2. That's going to be Minley. Bledsoe bringing the ball down the floor for Campbell. She's going to find Townsend. Townsend at the 3, right underneath, and she's going to shoot it. It's going to be no good. We're going to see Walton go after it. Weidenbender and Correa are going to tie it up with her. It's going to be Campbell's ball. Ball's going to be inbounded and turned over to Ackman. Ackman is going to find Goodman, and Goodman's going to have a wide open layup for 2. Beautiful play there executed by Ackman and Goodman. Ball is going to get to Goodman. It's going to end up on the floor tied up with Ackman and Weidenbender. It's going to be a sub coming in. I believe that's Robinson for Payne. Ackman bringing the ball down the floor. She's going to find Minley. Minley's going to find Ackman again. Who's going to find Gill? They're going to find Minley on the inside, but Abby Correa with the steal. It's going to get to Gabby Townsend. She's going to find Bledsoe at the 3. It's going to be good for Lainey Bledsoe. 5 minutes left on the clock. 48 Dexter, 32 Campbell. Minley getting the ball down. She's going to find Goodman for 2. It's going to be no good, but Correa ends up with the rebound. It's going to find Durham. Knocked out of her hands by Minley. Minley's going to drive that gap, and she's going to find Robinson, but Townsend's going to steal it. Townsend's going to get the ball tipped out of her hands, and Ackman's going to find it. Ackman's going to be met, and she's going to bring it back out to the top and find Minley, who's going to find Gill. Gill is going to find Robinson, who finds Ackman at the 3. It's going to be no good, but the shot's going to end up in Goodman's hands. She's going to go up for 2, and it's going to fall for Goodman. Bledsoe bringing the ball down the floor for Campbell. Going to find Durham. Durham who finds Weidenbender. Weidenbender is looking for Correa, but Minley gets the steal. Minley is looking for Robinson, but she finds Correa. Correa bounces it off of Townsend's leg. Correa and Bledsoe coming out. Serrano and Williams coming in. Dexter moving the ball around to the other side of the floor, finding Goodman at the 3. It's going to be no good, and Williams ends up with the rebound for Campbell. She's going to find Townsend. Townsend is going to look just below the 3 and find Caitlin at the 3. It's going to be no good. Ball is going to end up in Gill's hands. And it's going to be tipped by Monica Serrano, who's going to find Townsend going towards the basket, and she's going to be fouled on the floor before the shot is taken by Ackman. It's going to be Ackman's second. Ball's being inbounded underneath Campbell's goal. 3.5 minutes left in the ball game. 50 Dexter, 32 Campbell. Going to find Williams at the 3. It's going to be no good, but she's going to get her own rebound and find Townsend at the corner. It's going to be good for Gabby Townsend. Ackman losing control of the ball, and it's going to go to Campbell. Geithley checking back in for Dexter. It's going to be Caitlin Weidenbender shooting the 3 for Campbell. Shot's going to be no good, and Monica Serrano's going to tie up the rebound. It's going to stay with Campbell. Ball's going to be inbounded to Gabby Townsend, who's going to go up for 2. That's Gabby Townsend. Campbell up in a full court defense now. Ackman picking up the ball. She's going to find Goodman, though, who's going to find Geithley. Back to Ackman at the 3. Shot's going to be no good and end up in Serrano's hands. There's going to be a timeout called for Campbell. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth. 50 Dexter, 36 Campbell. We'll be right back. We're coming back out from the timeout. Campbell looking to climb back into this game slowly but surely, but the last few possessions have definitely gone their way. Dexter pulling back up into their full court press. Ball's inbounded to Townsend. Townsend's looking to drive. She's going to get fouled. Foul is going to belong to number 10. That's Ackman. It's going to be her third. Ball is inbounded to Bledsoe. Bledsoe finds Williams on the 3. It's going to be no good and end up in Bledsoe's hands. It's going to end up in Geithley's hands, out to Minley, who's going to find Ackman. Ackman back out to Minley. Minley finds Ackman. Ackman tries to drive the gap, but she's going to come back out and find Minley. It's going to find Ackman. Ackman finds Goodman on the other side of the floor, back to Ackman, who's going to find Geithley, who finds Minley, back out to Ackman, who's going to drive the gap, and she's going to shoot for 2. It's going to be no good, but end up in Serrano's hands on the rebound. Townsend bringing the ball down the floor for Campbell. She's going to find Bledsoe on the other side, who's going to find Tate, swing it back to the other side. Townsend looking to drive to the right, and they're not going to let her. Going to find Williams, who finds Bledsoe, looking for Townsend on the inside. She's going to bring it back out. And the ball is going to be tied up between the 10s on the floor, and it's going to be with Dexter. Minute and a half left to go. 14-point deficit for Campbell. Ball is going to find Minley, who finds Ackman back out at the top. Bledsoe going after the ball. She's going to throw it back in, and it's going to find Ackman's hands, who finds Minley going the other way. Great hustle effort by Blaney Bledsoe on the floor. Minley bringing the ball in, driving the gap, and she's going to go up for two, but she's going to get fouled. Foul's going to belong to Laney Bledsoe. It's going to be her fourth. Minley on the line for two. She's going to make the first. She's going to make the second. Serrano bringing the ball up, and she finds Durham, who's going to find Townsend. Townsend for Bledsoe underneath the basket. Shot's going to be no good, but Serrano's going to end up with the rebound going back up for two, and it ends up in Minley's hands. Ball gets back out around to Ackman. Ackman, who's going to take it, but there's a tip, and it ends up in Campbell's hands. She's going to find Townsend. Townsend's going to drive. It's going to be no good. The rebound's going to end up tied up between Serrano and Robinson. It's going to stay with Campbell. 18 seconds left in the ball game. It's going to be inbounded to Gabby Townsend. Shot's going to be no good, and the ball's going to end up in Minley's hands, but there's going to be a foul called on Maylee Durham. It's going to be her second. 14 seconds left in the game. Ball's inbounded, Minley bringing it up the floor. Going to find Robinson. Robinson finds Gill, and they're looking to run the clock out. Going to inbound the ball on the other side. There was a foul called on Maylee Durham. Ball's going to be inbounded. Gabby Townsend's going after it, and that's how we're going to end the ball game. Do a little bit of a totaling here and get you these points. We're going to start with Campbell tonight. We had Tate with 3, Durham with 1, Bledsoe with 5, Weidenbender with 3, Correa with 4, Serrano with 2, and Gabby Townsend with the leading scorer on Campbell with 16. Flipping over to the Dexter books, we had Essner with 3, Geethley with 1, we had Payne with 1, we had Gill with 6, Goodman with 4, Ackman with 8, and Walton with 5. We are going to get a little bit of total, and then Minley finished the game. She was the leading scorer for both teams. She finished the game with 21 points. So that's a little bit of the score, how we rounded it out. And joining me now, I have got Maylee Durham. So Maylee was selected as our player of the game for the night. She had just an absolutely awesome defensive night, and she actually has stepped out of her comfort zone a little bit on the offensive side. So Maylee, if you want to just tell us a little bit about you and Campbell, where you are at school and how you are on the team.
I'm a freshman. I would say my strong suit is defense, and basketball is my favorite sport. And yeah.
Well, we're really excited to watch you. I know you said you're a freshman, so we've still got a few more years of being here with you and watching you grow. What are you most excited for come this year or come the future seasons for Campbell's basketball team?
I would say districts is coming up, and I feel like we can do pretty good, and just ready to work.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you, and we wanted to congratulate you on being the player of the game this evening, and we will see you in the games to come.
Thank you.
All right, Boot Hill broadcast listeners, that's how we're going to end the night. We are going to be back with you tomorrow night here at Campbell for a girls, a JV, and a varsity matchup with the boys playing Bernie and the girls playing New Madrid County Central. We will be back with you tomorrow night, and good night.